Hi guys, Sourdough Kathy here, and I'm in my little netted tunnel today, and this is where I'm going to start the tour. I want to show you here, we still have some Spanish onions that are still growing really nicely because I cut the tops off. I heard somebody say that if you cut the tops off, they'll grow bigger. I think it was my gardener. So I did it, and he's right. They got bigger, and it's great. They look wonderful. Now here, I have a problem with some powdery mildew on my, let me show you, with my acorn squash, but you know what? There's an acorn squash there, and there's a nice big one there, and there's another one there, and we've got two over here, and another one hiding right in there. So this plant, I must say, has given me a nice batch of acorns. Here I've got a couple of red peppers that haven't turned red yet, but they're still growing. There's another one down there. I think there's 4 of them on this plant. Now over here is the other acorn squash plant, and this one has a huge one right here, has another one hanging here, a little small one, and I can't show you from this angle, but there's 2 very, very large ones way in the back there, and maybe I can get it later from another angle. Now over here I've got zucchini that is still growing. Still got a couple of zucchinis there that we might get off in the next couple of days if they hurry the heck up. I've got broccoli that I haven't been using except for my worms, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I've decided that that's a nix for next year, because for the amount of space it takes to grow this, you get little back in return, except for those little pieces that you see, and I don't like that. When I plant something, I want to be able to eat it. Now down here are some more zucchini, and there's like 3 of them, I think, on here. Yeah, right now there's 3. Hope you can see that. Now, blueberries over there are finished. They're done. And I'm going to get out of here and take you around. I'm going to start over here today. These are some of the onions that we pulled up, and they are drying, trying to get them hardened off so that we can store some of them. Some of them that don't have a hard skin on them we'll probably use right away, which isn't a problem. We use lots of onions. I'm going to swing around here. Now over here is my Blue Lake green beans. Now in this small patch, which I think is like a 4x6, within the last few days I've gotten over 8 pounds of green beans, and to me that is just totally awesome. Now over here we still have a few nasturtiums growing, and I want you to know 3 days ago we got winds that blew through here that did this. I mean, they totally burnt leaves everywhere on everything. Over here are some of my beets, the ones that I didn't think were ever going to grow anything, and it looks like the middle one might not make anything but greens, but we'll have about 3 in there. The lettuce is still going strong. My son just chopped a whole bunch out of there recently, and I haven't put up yesterday's video yet that I did of my potatoes, but I will probably do that tonight. These are the other potatoes that are left right along in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Over here is my lemon cucumber plant. I want you to know, the other day before the winds. This was so beautiful and so green. It has produced all summer long. I mean, we took 4 and 5 off of here every day throughout the summer. But this is what the wind did. This is what it did. I mean, and I had just sprayed it with baking soda mixture for the powdery mildew, excuse me. And so between that being a salt of a type, even though it was mixed with lots of water, and wind, it just dried everything completely out. So it took a beating. Anyway, there's a few left on there, and then it'll come down. Okay, over here we've still got some tomatoes. And let me tell you folks, we have been getting these tomatoes off these vines every single day. This was one of the best things I ever did, was to plant these tomatoes, and especially being in March when I planted them, even though I had to keep them in my house for a long time. And this is the cucumber plant that I didn't expect to get anything off of, because it was planted from seed after the other one kind of croaked out, which is like right here. But I've been getting these little cucumbers. I've gotten about 8 or 9 of them now. I'll probably get a few more, but they're almost gone now because they also have the powdery mildew. And over here are my carrot plants. Now I just pulled some carrots out of this one, and this one was supposed to be a colored mix, and I went with cheap seeds this year. I found them, I think, probably at Walmart or something, which I don't usually go into, but they were so cheap. I planted them, and all I'm getting are purple and white ones. Not happy. Now over here in this one are the little orange Nantes, and I pulled some up, and you'll see them in a little bit. They're beautiful. Over here are my second round of cabbages, and they are nice. I'm getting nice little heads on each one of them. Okay. My dogs are barking like crazy. I am so sorry. Here's the third one. Here's the fourth one. And now that I know that I need to put something on the ground around to keep the flies out, you can see that this has a nice head on it. I will definitely do the same thing next year and make sure that nothing comes in contact with that ground except the plant itself. Okay, so here we are at another tomato plant that has just been filled with tomatoes, and boy, I come out here every day and I eat about 4 or 5 of them. Here are my sweet potatoes. Still have no idea what's under there, if anything. And some more tomatoes here, as you can see. Now, if I can't get all of those red ones to turn red, I'll just use them for something else. Maybe make some salsa verde or something. Who knows? My husband likes anything hot, so if I mix some green tomatoes with some hot peppers, he'll never know the difference. Speaking of hot peppers, there's a nice big fat jalapeno right there. Isn't that gorgeous? You can see the size of that. And in here we still have some banana peppers coming up, and some cayennes still growing. There's some Anaheims still in here. And I didn't know what these were going to be because it's a mixed bag of stuff, so I figured out by going online what they were. Over here are my beans in a pot, and I have been pulling off green beans off of them for the last 2 days now. They finally, those are small. I picked off the big ones today off of these over here. I don't want to make you crazy here. These are the smallest of all the carrots because they were the last ones to go in a pot, but As you can see, I even transferred some of the little ones off to the side, and they're going to be tiny, but you know what? They transfer just fine. Now here is my green pepper plant that had 2 on it, and I took it off, but I found this earlier, and I just thought I'd leave it on for now to show you that they go bad. And I don't know if it's from the low temperatures the other night. It went down to 38 degrees, and I didn't have a clue because when I went to bed it was 60 degrees outside. Now over here we still have my beautiful yeah, if I could think of the name of it, dahlia, excuse me. And it's got, I cut out the middle flower, but it's got another couple of them down here. I don't know if they'll ever have time to bloom, but who knows. Still got some marigolds going. The flowers up here are withering away a lot due to wind and lack of rain. 2 days of rain all summer. This is the parsley's doing fine, looking really good. I'm going to chop some down. And these zinnias are doing great. These are looking good. They still need a little bit more time to give me a decent sized carrot. Over here we have some more peppers. These are little Anaheims on here, and I just cut some of the cayenne off for my son to take home. And there's still some of these Hungarian wax. And I lost my battle with the powdery mildew in my pumpkin patch. So this is the results of my pumpkin patch. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are worthy to be eaten, and 4 that is worthy to give to my worms to eat. So I will be throwing those in the freezer. These 4 here, these 4, a little one down there, and they'll go to my worms. Now over here, not much happening. Flowers, a few flowers, and my dahlia, my white dahlia. And that's about it, folks. Here's a shot of some of the carrots that I picked so that you get an idea of what I got. And like I said, next year I'm going to buy some better seeds. You can see those orange ones though are great. They were expensive seeds. Folks, if you look out, you can see it's pretty smoky out, and it still smells smoky. Yesterday you could hardly see in front of your face, and you'll see in my potato reveal that I was wearing a mask because it was so bad, and it's starting to get bad again. It wasn't too bad this morning, but the winds are picking up again. But we're having some problem with fires here because of all the heat. Well, that's about it, folks. I'm not going to bore you. I thank you for watching. I thank you. If you would like to subscribe, please hit the notification button. Share this video if you feel like it's worth it. And I really appreciate your watching. Love you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.